This is a recovered report concerning an encounter involving the others. They were coming back from Linda's house just after midnight. The road through the hills was empty, narrow, and unlit, the kind of drive where the dark feels close, pressing in beyond the reach of the headlights. Mark was driving. Sarah sat beside him, watching the road pass in silence. Tom was in the back, half asleep, his head against the window. Sarah noticed the light first. She thought it was a star, low on the horizon, unusually bright, too steady. "Do you see that?" she asked. Mark slowed the car. As they came closer, the light didn't shift or flicker the way a star should. It stayed exactly where it was, hovering just above the road ahead of them. That's when the shape became clear. It was wide, metallic, wrong. Mark brought the car to a stop about 30 feet back. The craft hung silently over the asphalt, close enough now that its surface caught the headlights in dull, uneven reflections. No markings, no seams they could understand. It didn't move, but it felt active, like something waiting. Heat radiated from it in slow waves. A section beneath the craft began to open, or retract. From the space underneath, something pale started to eject. It hit the floor and disappeared into the earth like a black hole just swallowed the substance up. Sarah opened her door. Mark told her not to. She didn't answer. Mark didn't move from his seat. Tom exited the car with Sarah fixated on the scene unfolding in front of them. The air outside felt thick, resistant, as if movement required more effort than it should. The heat was stronger now, uncomfortable, oppressive, but neither of them seemed able to react to it. They stood side by side, staring upward. Minutes passed, or seconds. Neither of them could later say. Mark stayed in the car, gripping the steering wheel so tightly his hands ached. He shouted their names. They didn't turn. They didn't respond. They just watched. Then the sound came, sudden, violent. Jets crested the ridge behind them, lights cutting through the sky as they closed in fast. The craft reacted instantly. The opening beneath it sealed or vanished, and the entire structure lifted and moved away with impossible speed, clearing the road as if it had never been there. Sarah and Tom stood frozen for a moment longer, then blinked, disoriented, as if waking from deep sleep. The drive home passed without a word. By morning, Sarah was violently ill. By afternoon, her hair began to fall out in clumps. Tom collapsed in the bathroom. Doctors later used phrases like acute exposure and radiation sickness, though no one could identify a source. No burns, no environmental explanation. Mark suffered the least, as if the car absorbed the energy that came from the substance ejected by the craft. He hadn't left the car. When Sarah was asked what stayed with her most clearly, she said it wasn't the craft. It was the certainty that something had been happening before they arrived, and that whatever it was, it hadn't been there for them. This concludes the report. Observation continues. More reports will follow.